welcome everybody for another great episode of Brutally Honest. And do me a favor, don't you ever in your life disrespect me or any of my dudes again. Do not ever call our show, the talk show, a podcast. Are you kidding me? And this is the problem with you guys. Y'all limit yourselves too much. Y'all don't see the bigger vision. Y'all limit yourselves to the only thing y'all can do or the only thing y'all can see, a podcast. Are you kidding me? This is a live talk show. Alright? And we keep it brutally honest. It's your boy Stitches NBC. Out here chilling with my G's.
Your boy Brutal Keith.
Yo, Chris, let them know who you are, bro. Because they seeing you. You got all these beautiful ladies looking at you. And who's that poppy right there in the red? Like, what's up, bro? Talk to me.
Chris from Catch a Wreck Entertainment, co-host of In the Studio with the Wreck Boys.
Today we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts in relationships, the pros and cons. But the conversation I'm really excited about is what's the real meaning of support and get supported. But let's start off with our main topic as far as the relationships in the entertainment industry. You feel me? I mean, Lucci, you've been doing music for a while, bro. Let them know who you are real quick, man.
So my name is Lucci. I'm the owner and founder of Alfox Media, the studio. I'm from Puerto Rico. And the topic, like, I see that on a daily basis, how couples struggle with, like, the industry.
I feel you, bro.
So you know how it is, and thank you for inviting me to the show.
And thank you for having us, bro, because that's what it's all about. Everybody looking out for each other. Now, I feel, my own personal opinion, y'all can disagree with me, I would love it, y'all do. But I feel like, especially in the entertainment and insecurities, do not mix. Yo, Lucci, let me start off with you. How has your work, because obviously you got a passion for what you do, you've been doing this for a lot of years, how has your work affected your relationship?
Well, thank you for that. It's very hard to have a relationship with this kind of lifestyle. Most people don't understand the whole nature of this business. This is not a 9 to 5. We are probably like 5 to 9, the other way around. Most partners don't know that, and they don't understand the reality of what we do. We work late night most of the time. This industry is like can have a toll on partners and relationships. My clients, I got 130 clients, and all of them got the little situation with their wife, girlfriend, you name it. So it's a known thing in the industry. It's something that is good to talk about, and it's real.
Are you able to have a good relationship, bro? Are you able to have a healthy relationship? Especially like, let's say you got plans with your shorty, and all of a sudden you got a client that needed that extra 2 hours. I like the way you're nodding your head. Things like this happen, and now you got to cancel.
Fun fact.
You feel me? So now you're like, man, how am I going to even let her know? I just canceled on her yesterday. I still got the same client, and you see the potential in the client, and you're like, he needs me, but shorty needs you too. So it's like, how do you separate your passion with your love life?
It's very hard, and also like that's have cost me like 3 relationships already.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it's true. It's not my fault, but like this is my passion, and whoever like understand this business, when I get to the point, we're gonna enjoy it. Now, last night was funny because like I have this client that he stayed with me till 4 a.m. and his wife, his girlfriend, actually this is like out of nowhere, was like, please stay and work. That's very rare. But how many times I have canceled like appointments with my girlfriend, with like going to dinners, to like
it's over
all the time.
Over.
There's no schedule on this, and it's very hard, and it's real.
Yo, Chris, how long you been in the music, bro? Because I know you're like a partner for a record label or company. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm part CEO of Catch a Wreck Entertainment. I've been in the music industry for about nine and a half years.
Alright, so like you've been on there for about a decade. How has, so I understand that sometimes you got to go to events and sometimes you have to be someplace that sometimes you don't even want to, but because of the position that you play, you got to play that role. How do you feel about not being able to bring shorty? How do you even explain to her when there's nothing for her to be paranoid about or insecure about or anything like that? Like, it's just an event. This is all it is. But she knows all the females and the lady that's going to be there. Like, how do you manage that or even navigate that? Especially, like, and I'm not saying you're dealing with an insecure chick, but how do you deal with the insecurities of your partner when you are in entertainment?
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm totally different than Lucci. I've been with my wife 19 years. I'm married 15. Everywhere I go, my wife goes.
Wow, bro, that's actually incredible. Because one of the things, and you know, he was bringing it up that I was going to talk about and ask is, like he said, you put a lot of hours in this, and a lot of times that can take you away from your family. So what you're saying is the way that's worked out for you is you just bring her with you everywhere.
My wife is my co-partner.
I respect that. And just to add on to that and Satan, I mean, obviously we know through media and everything, you can be in the industry or entertainment and have a relationship that works, you know? I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing it. Kim and Kanye are doing it. You know,
Offset and Cardi doing it?
Well, and I was going to say, don't get me wrong. Obviously, there's the positive couples that are making it work. Bro. And then there are other ones that aren't. And I think social media actually played a lot of part in the Offset Cardi B thing, just because with social media and everything being right here, right now, you know, this guy could be in the other room with a chick right now, and she's screenshotting him, and Cardi's like,
yeah, but that's nothing. You talking to me about nowadays they got proof. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since the time started, females and men do, because it does work both ways. I ain't trying to single nobody out. But they had their own insecurities and jealousy. So now they can find out, and they can find out quicker. Wow. Big deal.
Can I add up to that?
Talk to me.
About the insecurity. Like, it's true, okay, so it's hard. Like, actually, I got to put my part too, because, like, me as engineer and producer, and I'm working with music, you gotta have a balance. That's true. But insecurity is like people got this conception that studios that play to, they're gonna be girls and people's gonna bring bottles and all that stuff. And girls or your girlfriend your partner might think that what's going on in the studio. So that's what the whole insecurity comes. You see all the many videos of like it gets crazy in the studio or whatever. So you gotta understand that too. But also they need to understand your type of industry that you on. But it's like that, like I said, there has to be a balance.
But you also said the word understanding, and I feel like that's a really key factor in maintaining a healthy relationship, because if you're dealing with somebody and they don't understand what you do, and they don't understand you, your passion, the type of person you are, and your responsibilities, it's not going to work out.
No, of course.
It's not going to work out. So I do feel like it comes with that understanding. And even if you do got that understanding, a lot of people be like, no, I understand, it's all good, but behind the closed doors, like, you ain't in the studio. I bet you was at Beecham or something like that, you know? So it always happens like that. So I feel like, yes, you definitely need the understanding, but you also need that trust as well. Because if they don't trust you, it don't matter if you're going to 7-Eleven. They're going to accuse you of doing something that you shouldn't even be doing.
Yes.
You feel me? So I understand, like, if you're going to get with somebody, and that's why I feel like a lot of people that are in the entertainment industry like to deal with other people that are also in the entertainment industry because of that understanding. Because, like, oh, I know where he or she is coming from. You feel me? So I respect your opinion when you're like, yeah, shorty comes with you no matter where you go. I respect that. Ain't nothing with that. You feel me? Me personally, as an artist, and if I'm going to perform and do anything, I ain't bringing nobody with me. I ain't bringing shorties. I ain't bringing nobody with me, because now my mind is on that. Now I'm over here thinking like, is she good? Period. Is she good and is she safe? I shouldn't have to be thinking about that. I should be thinking about my breathing, my punctuality, me staying on key, and my performance so I can rip the crowd. Now in the crowd and I'm doing my things here because it's natural. In the corner of your eye, you're like, who's serving her that drink? Oh, did they slip something in there? Like, what's up?
For me, anytime we went to a show, we went 20, 30 deep, and we had our own security.
Okay, that's security. That. All right.
So that now every time we went somewhere, when we was on the stage, or my artist was on the stage, and I had to be there with the promoter, whatever had you, somebody was always with my wife. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I built the studio in my house.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So now wifey could come downstairs and see what's going on. So now when the girls are in the studio, because artists do bring the girls every once in a while, she can see how I'm reacting towards them. Or when I'm at a show and the girls are going crazy, how I'm reacting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said earlier, it's the trust thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you ever heard, in order to excel as a man, you need a female around you.
I've heard that, and I do agree with that, because I do agree that a woman, talking from a guy's perspective, the woman that you're with can actually make you a better person or can actually destroy you.
It brings a balance.
You feel me? You need to have that balance. So I like the fact that you said, and I'm with it, because now you're keeping that peace in your household. You know, I had asked something when I was on your show last week. I had said, would you give up what you love for who you love? And my response to that is, you shouldn't have to. But you slipped in. You was like, I would though. I would. And I didn't understand exactly what you mean by that. So what would you do? You would actually give up what you love for who you love, or was it the other way around?
I would give all this up for my wife right now.
Wow, I disagree. I mean, with all the respect.
No, definitely. I like that.
Well, maybe that's okay. That maybe I disagree because I haven't met anyone like that. Maybe I
That's a
haven't
good
got to
one.
that point.
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe I haven't met someone like
Maybe
that.
maybe I haven't got to that point. Maybe like I mean, give me some advice. You know what I'm saying? But like, but
And just to add, I mean, let me ask you this, because you said you've been married to your wife 15, you've been together 19, but you've only been doing music for about 10. So I mean, in your particular situation, she was already there when you got into it. So I understand you know, giving up this for her. She's the one that was there, you know, before it all. She's the one that's going to have your back after, you know, too, as well. So I get that. But if it's, and for you guys it might be a little bit different.
No, it's
you know,
definitely different for me because
Well,
I disagree. And you know I disagree with that. You feel me? Because would you give up what you love for who you love? No. And the main reason why I'm so arrogant and why I'm so set on that response is because I've done it twice already. I've given up my passion. I fell back on my music for the person who at that time and place I thought I loved. And that didn't help anything.
So let me
The
ask you-
issues were still there.
Let me ask you a question. Was it somebody you was with for a while, somebody you had just met who asked you to listen, I need you to change X, Y, and Z?
Alright, cool. So both situations, one of them already knew what I did, and from the rip, she was like, "Oh, I can't date no artist. I already know what that's entitled." And I liked her so much that I felt like, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should fall back and start focusing more on my own personal life and my love life and that partner and finding a good woman. Maybe I should do that. It didn't work out at all.
Right.
Now the other one, she already knew what it was. Everything is cool, but it really wasn't. She would pop up at video shoots. Man, I thought you said you was good and you was home sleeping. What you doing here now? You feel me? So it's like in my own personal experience, because we're talking about perspectives, no right or wrong answers here, right? Talking about our own personal perspectives and opinion. I would never do that because what really makes me happy is what really makes me happy. I cannot give anything else up for somebody else because at the end of the day, whatever I'm giving up for someone else is not going to fulfill that person. You feel me? That person already has an emptiness within them that I could never fulfill. You feel me? If they're unhappy, I can put a smile on your face. I can crack a joke. But if you're really unhappy within yourself, there's nothing you can do about it. I had made a snap this morning and I was talking about motivation. Listen, y'all could disagree with me on this, right? I can't motivate you. Can I encourage you? Can I inspire you? Can I spark something? Can I enlighten you? Yes, we can all do that. But motivate you? I can't do that. I can't wake you up from your bed for you to do what you need to do. That has to come within. In my opinion, I feel like true motivation comes from your own desire. How bad do you really want it? A lot of us, for an example, we want to lose weight. And we make up excuses of, I'm going to wait till March 1st. We put excuses on our own. Like, we don't need none of that. I'm a real big believer in everything you ever wanted, everything you ever needed, everything you ever asked for, it's already inside you. You just need to be wise enough and open your eyes sometimes. Because if you really feel that there's no greatness within you, that doesn't mean there's no greatness, bro. That just means you need to open your eyes. Because we're all beautiful people and we was all born on this earth for a purpose. We all got different purposes. My main purpose is to be of service to others. Period. And that's what I'm going to be doing with my life. Providing a service to other. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I do want to open people's mind and let them know that there's a different way of thinking. Doesn't have to be better, but it might be better in your situation.
Facts.
You feel me? So, but the real topic I really wanted to talk about today. What?
Real quick.
Talk to me, man.
I think when you're in a relationship and you in any type of industry, any type of field, you, in order to be happy, y'all gotta make each other happy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if your significant other sees you happy in making music or producing music or doing a show, that should make them happy as well as make you happy.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So if you come across somebody, and this is anybody who's tuned in, you come across somebody who ain't happy for something you're doing, that's a sign for you to let that go right then and there. I don't care how long y'all been together.
I got a question for you now.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Question for you. So you say you would give everything away to be with your wife. Being with her and doing that, she go with all the do all the shows with you and everything. Have you reached your full potential with her, or you think you can go further without her?
I think she helps me go further.
So she's the reason. So she's the engine. Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wasn't with her.
It's the balance. Yeah, it's a good balance.
I would be dead on jail, honestly.
I had gotten a call a while back you know, some guy, he hit me up talking about like, yo, I heard you got a studio, blah, blah, blah. When you got some studio time, I need some classes on how to work Pro Tools. And I'm like, I could have just easily just brushed them off. Like, someone gave you wrong information, dude. Like, I used to, I don't do that no more. But I do know somebody that I can toss you to. And the ironic is, it's a small world because you knew the guy, right? Let me ask you, what's the real meaning of support and get supported?
Like with a partner, with a couple, or no?
We're talking about in general, everything. Because obviously we're talking about entertainment based, yeah. But everything we're talking about can be applied to your own general life. We're not just relationships. There's a lot of things of the relationship is now limited to just intimacy. There's a lot of different types of relationships. Friendship, the relationship you got with your siblings, parents, kids, friends, all of those types. So we're talking about in general. What's the real meaning of support and get supported?
So, well, you're talking about networking, like knowing people, and like, so you're talking about that kind of
You
support?
could take it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's a small word, like right there with your
Example,
with your
yeah.
friend. So it's key to get support and to support and get supported, because it's like a wheel. Everything's gonna fall, go back.
What's the real meaning of support and get supported means to you, Chris?
For me, it's do unto others what you want done for yourself.
Plain and simple.
Plain and
Keith,
simple.
talk to me. What's the real meaning of support and get supported?
Well, I mean, for me, I think it's like networking. You know, when you two people on the same page, you got your own entity, you got your own life, you doing your own thing, I got mine, but we're doing something similar. I can support you on your efforts and what you got going as far as what we might share as a common goal, and you can help me do the same. And that's what I believe in as far as support and get supported. And it don't always necessarily have to be the same thing. And just to give an example, we support, or I support Beautifully Scarred, which is an all-women's thing. It doesn't really have anything to do with...
Yeah, woman empowerment, continue.
Yep. And, they just had an event this Sunday, and at their event, they sort of shouted out our show as far as, things that we've helped them with along the way as well. And that is, to me, what I took as support and get support.
A lot of people don't understand that. Ain't that right, Chris? A lot of people was actually surprised that you would have or you would support another show on your show. People was like dumbfounded, like oblivious, like, OMG, you really did that? They didn't get that. And I don't understand how they don't understand. Can you give me some type of insight? How is it that they're ignorant to that fact?
People don't think like we think. Everybody, this is what I noticed. A lot of independent entities want to be the man. They want to be known.
I love that.
They're scared to shed that light. You know what I'm saying? Me, I want the light on as many people as I can.
I feel you. Is that a lot of people feel like in the room there's only one light bulb shining, when that the reality is actually a chandelier? You feel me? We can all shine. You feel me? I feel like, so this is what it is. The real meaning of support and get supported. The number one thing we need to understand is that support comes in different forms. You feel me? Just because one person likes to support you because they like to like, comment, and share, and then this person, they don't like, comment, and share, that does not mean that they don't support you. You feel me? Like, I work for a family business. I don't got no bosses or anything like that, but even my brother was like, he don't like, comment, or share anything I do. But today he's like, yo, I know you got your show, you should leave early so you could get yourself ready. Damn, I appreciate that. But now I'm gonna complain, but you don't even like, comment, and share anything. I mean, I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on the negatives. No, I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on, wow, you kept it in mind. Good looks, I appreciate it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like me personally, if I share your stuff, I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna remove it from my timeline. I'm not gonna keep it up there. I have my own reasons for that. First, I'm OCD. I like to keep everything organized. Even my IG, I could check everything's color coordinated and all that, but I'm not talking about my OCD here, right? We're talking about support and get supported. So if I share your stuff and I remove it from my timeline, do you feel that support was genuine or sincere?
Now, for me, just to share enough to like, the watch, the
Love
listen, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, because he disagrees
Yeah,
with you because I specifically said remove from timeline. I didn't say delete the post. Mm-hmm. Now, if you delete the post, now that's funny. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna feel like now it's, so why did you even share it?
Yeah.
I thought the point of sharing it was for people can see it. So I like the way you said that. Like, the point was sharing. You didn't even have to share it, but you took the time to do it. that's fine. Me personally, if I got an event today's Tuesday, I'm focusing on what I have to do for myself and brutally honest. The only thing I'm posting on Tuesdays is brutally honest. You got your show on Monday, you got your show on Wednesday, any day but Tuesday, I can share your show all day. I don't care because it's not interfering with what I'm doing. Like how I was talking to you, a lot of times we want to help so much people so much that we got to plate of food and we're offering it to people without taking care of yourself first. First of all, if you're gonna have something on your plate, didn't you have to do something to put something on the plate first so you could have something to offer to people?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Life is balance, and I also feel like too much support is no good. Too little support, that's obvious. So let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather be too humble or too cocky? Luch, would you rather be too humble or too cocky? Let's keep it clear, and y'all can disagree with me. I feel like being too cocky or too humble is a bad thing. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in life is balance. That's why I got the yin yang. Everything in life has to be a balance. But I'm asking the question: choose your poison. That's what we're doing, right? Would you rather be too humble? I'm asking everybody watching now. Would you rather be too humble or too cocky? Talk to me, Keith.
Honestly, me personally, I'd rather be too cocky. And that's just because of my confidence. And, you know, for me, I feel like if you're humble, I mean, that's great. Keep yourself grounded. I'm not saying take off. But that's only going to limit you to so many things because you're not putting that value on yourself as much. You're more reserved. Whereas when you cocky, it's like, I can back it up.
You know what you're worth.
I'm going to say
you know what you're worth.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Chris, too humble or too cocky? Talk to me, man.
You know what's crazy for me is too humble.
Okay, I love it. I love when we disagree.
Yeah.
I love it.
My partner's the too cocky. So
So you got the balance.
I like your partner. Shout out to him. He's a good dude, bro.
He's the cocky one, so he balances out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, why you so quiet? Honestly, I never wanted nobody to know who I was.
Wow, that's
They
crazy.
call me the man behind the music.
Okay.
I wanted to be the dude that nobody knew. I like being able to go outside. I like being able to interact with my family and do without people running up to me like, oh, you such and such, you such and such. But being in the industry, working with artists, sometimes they force you to come out the box and keep pushing stuff. So that's how we got
So
to
you didn't even want to be noticed. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am not stopping this show until I can't even go to Walmart without getting noticed. I am not stopping the show until I can't even check my mail. I am not stopping the show until everybody knows what and who Brutally Honest is. And ain't no one going to stop you except for the man above. Too humble or too cocky, Luch?
I would say too humble.
Too humble.
Because I would say like humbleness will speak volumes for me.
But I feel like being too cocky, you're going to push people away. Being too humble is going to leave you underrated. So I'm going to choose being too cocky because at least I know what I'm worth.
I know what I'm worth, and I would say humble.
A lot of people be like, oh, you're too humble, you're not this, you're not that, you should be more out there. I feel like being too humble leaves you a little bit lazy as
But you know
well.
what happens when you're too humble? Instead of you putting like how good you are, people are going to talk about how good you are. So you're outsourcing the whole marketing campaign to other people. Think he's the best.
I like it. I love the way that we all disagree.
Just to chime in on that though, because like we said, you know, when you're a little bit too humble, it might also devalue it a little bit. And what I mean by that is they might not know what you're worth because you're more like, you know, I do what I do and that's that. You're not. This is what I can do for you. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
I feel you,
they might not even know you can do it.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think your work speaks for itself.
Exactly. Thank you.
I think the work speaks for itself.
Not I think. I know your work speaks
You
for itself.
know your work speaks for itself.
How clients go.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that do people know that?
They'll see it.
You feel me? Yeah,
It's
they'll
like- it's
see
like-
it, but I don't. A lot of people are blind, bro. Sometimes then you have to show them, and others you gotta tell them what it is. You know, everybody is different. So I'm not saying that you're wrong or anything. I'm still sticking with the too cocky because at the end of the day, I don't want to be either. Let's clarify that. I want to be right in the middle. I want to be humble because people need to remember, stay humble. Stay humble. That doesn't mean staying quiet. No, what that means is don't forget where you came from. Don't start acting bougie like now, you know, now you don't stink and everything and everything. Now you're too cocky. Like you need to keep a balance between it. You feel me? Like, and a lot of times since we're talking about support and get supported, how do y'all know when the support is either sincere or beneficial?
You can tell. You can tell when they
You can
start.
tell?
Yeah, when they start, let's say sharing your show, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, can you share mine?" Or they're like, "I'll share yours if you share mine."
Okay.
Or I'll go to
With
your
the
show
if.
you go to mine. Is the if factor.
The
you
big
know?
The if
Yeah.
factor. How do you know when the support is sincere or beneficial to them? Meaning like, oh, they just supporting you because they can get something out of it.
To be honest with you, like sometimes I cannot even tell if it's real, if it's not.
It's hard.
And you know what I do? Like instead of focusing on that, I just keep working hard. Like I like to stay busy. That's how I stay happy. Because
So
I
you
stay
just
busy.
keep your mind off of it. I like that.
I stay busy. Like I stay busy.
Me personally, I feel like one of the best ways, and I like what you said, Chris. One of the best ways to determine if their support, and we're talking about support from anybody, you know, relationship, friendship, networking, artists, do whatever. How do you really know if the support is genuine and sincere? Is by their expectations. Like you just said, bro. Like, I'll do this if you do that. Like, then don't do it, bro. Like, don't do me no favors. The reality is, I don't want no one to do me no favors because favors is gonna cost you 3 times as much at the end. I don't want no favors and I don't want anything for free. I want to pay my way to everything I go because at least I know that I deserve it. Period. You know, anything you gotta say, Keith? As far as how do you know when the support is genuine or sincere or even just beneficial to them?
Well, and this is why I guess I sort of disagreed when you said about removing the comment, is because, you know, to me, if you post it, it's because you showed the support. When you remove it, and I, like you said, you know, you have your reasons for it, but I feel like, you know, if you remove it or you take it or you hide it or whatever the case may be, it's like it wasn't genuine. Like maybe you were, and I'm not saying you specifically, but maybe it was just to get something back in return for it. And if you didn't get that, you felt like, oh, well, then why am I doing it in the first place?
And that's
you know,
cool.
but that's just one aspect of it.
And I understand
you know,
where you're coming from, bro.
Because
but
from the
reality
other side,
is, bro, I don't need you to understand.
Yeah.
I don't need you to understand my reasons behind what I do. I don't need you to understand why I share it and I remove it. I don't need anyone to understand that. But do you trust me enough not to judge me by the decisions that I made?
oh, definitely.
You feel me? If you trust me enough, understanding, you're gonna be like, nah, he or she had their reasons for that. I know who they are. Nah, that's a good dude. Nah, she's a good chick. You know what? I'm not gonna even take it personal. I'm sure they did whatever they had to do because they had to do. And that's how you separate yourself from that. Now, you're on the show with me. You got your own show. You're in your studio. So it's gonna be, or this response is gonna be different for everybody. Lucci, how do you measure your success? As far as you in the studio, because paying your rent on time?
No.
Or do you have a different, you know, pedestal as far as how you measure your success for you personally?
Success, I measure how every happy client leave that door, and there's 3 more comments like, hey, I heard the work you did for this guy. Can I work with you? That's how I measure.
That's your success.
And
Chris, do you measure your success by how much likes, comments, and shares or views on your show? Or do you have a different way of measuring your success for your show, bro?
Me, I'm a go type of guy. I write everything down, so that's how I measure it. Once I complete something,
I'm gonna hit a
Your
goal.
checklist. Your checklist. How you measure the success of Brutally Honest, Keith?
For me, honestly, through the feedback that I get, for me personally, I mean, it's not about the views, because I know with content, we'll get that, you know what I mean? And just keep doing this and being persistent, we'll get that. At the end of the day, it's the comments that I get back, or the feedback that I'm getting back from viewers that are telling me that what we're talking about actually helps them out in their everyday life or inspires them to do certain things. And for me, that's what makes me want to do this and continue to do it, is the fact that I'm actually helping people.
I like that. I personally, I just measure my success by the influence that I have. Real talk, I could have one view, but if I change somebody's life and I made it better for them, then I'm gonna measure that as success. Like, wow, we affected people. We are affecting people right now. You feel me? Let's not limit ourselves to it's just guys talking. No, this is not just guys talking. We are here providing a service for everybody that's tuning in right now. You feel me? So it's like, I know you got your solo show next week. You want to tell them real quick what that's about?
Oh, definitely. Next week, I'm going to be doing, like you said, my solo show, and I'm going to be talking about a couple different things. One of the things I'm going to touch on is momentum. And never looking back. And the other thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to say this real bold. If you a guy and you honestly think women are the ones that initiate sex more, you buns, straight up. And I'm just going to say it like that.
Tune in next week.
Exactly.
We'll tune in
Tune in
next
next
week. Yo, you want to give them a quick outro, Tris? Let them know what you're about, when your show is, man. Because you know I support you, bro. It's all day, every day, bro. Real talk, man.
The show is Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on Facebook Live in the studio with the Rec Boys. You can check us out. Just Google Catch and Rec Entertainment. Everything will pop up. Artists, videos, everything we've been doing. Appreciate y'all for having me on the show.
Of course, man. We appreciate y'all too. Make sure you post the link on your comments on the feed, bro. Appreciate it, Lucci. Anything final words you want to say, bro?
Bueno, papi, pues
I don't know where you at though.
Outfox Media, we on downtown Kissimmee. Yo soy Boricua de Bayamón, Puerto Rico. We got the studio over here. I'm a full cell graduated. I graduated from full cell. I got 2 degrees. We doing music over here. Estamos trabajando. Venezuela, Cuba, Dominican Republic, todo el mundo, Stitches, great artists. And just come. We're downtown Kissimmee. Just Google Outfox Media. Thank you for everybody. Keith, like always, gentlemen. Chris, my pleasure.
And I just want to ask you guys, what is it that you really want? Do you want support or do you want a promoter? Do you want support or you want somebody to manage your career? You feel me? Because a lot of people, they hate on you like, oh, you're not posting my stuff anymore. Like, bro, I don't have a promotion page. I'm an artist too. That's what I feel like. Too much support devalues you and the wrong support can destroy you. You feel me? We have to be aware as to who is that we want to support. Me, personally, I will open the doors first to anybody. Chris opened that door first, so I'm not going to speak especially for him. I'm talking about me in general. I open doors for people. Meaning, and by that I mean, I'm going to support you first. You feel me? I'm going to break the ice. Yo, but now, from there, it's not that I'm expecting it. But if you don't do it back, then I'm going to know what the value you feel I have. If you feel like me posting your anything on my stories is not worth anything to you, then you're gonna show me, and that's cool. That I guess you don't need those 500 views. You feel me? Straight up.
Most of these things falls back like social media stuff like that. It's also like mental health, because like why we need social media to rule how successful we are. There's just like you know what I'm saying, like we are too conscious about social media. Like it's true. I mean, it's the world we live in. But mental health plays a big factor with the social media thing and how we measure everything.
I completely agree with every single word you said. To add on to that, if it's not mental health, it's the value you put on other people's opinions. You feel me? Never put other people's opinion above your own self-worth.
Amen.
Facts.
People will never know what your value is if you don't tell them. If you don't tell them, they're going to want it for free. Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in. Before I end this, thank you, Keith. You don't have to be here, but you're here. You walked into the live. People don't know this. I was doing the live. I started that because real talk, that's how Keith came in. Like, I was doing my live and I was doing my thing. Keith walked into the door, and I'm like, yo, Keith, come here real quick. Yo, what you think about this? That's how things start, bro. You feel me? I want to thank you. You came out your way. You came here. That support, that love, and you got my back. I got your back 100%, bro. Lucci, I want to thank you for the opportunity. The last session I had here, we was talking about this. I don't talk. We're going to make things reality. Thank y'all all for tuning in. It's your boy Stitches NBC, No Umber Classics Music, here with Chris, Lucci, Brutal Keep the MILF Hunter.
The MILF Hunter.
Make sure y'all check out his show next week. And I'm not going to forget, because this is what we're about, my G. I want to thank my G Doms too for popping up, showing that support. I love you, bro. I love all of y'all. Thanks y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.